Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 6v6 AFS 2025 summer season Division 1 semi-final between Tank and Team. That's not going to be complicated at all, I'm sure. No confusion to be found here at all. I am Peter. I am joined by Ben PL. He has been upgraded to producer. And then we've got Wandum on the mic with me. How are you doing, Wandum?
I'm doing great. Denmark's in full summer season. That means that it is impossible to live your life indoors at the moment. I'm very happy to be inside looking at my laptop. I just survived like a bunch of weeks in France, and I'm a worse person for it, but this is what it is. We're back.
Do we have air conditioning in France?
Actually, surprisingly, yes. Which was shocking, because normally there wasn't air conditioning. But now, apparently, France is evolving. My room does not have air conditioning, though. So, we're currently thugging through a 28 degrees Celsius room. But, you know, that happens.
Indeed. I have the choice between opening all my doors and screaming at my neighbors or closing all the doors and leaving them in peace. I've closed all the doors, so I am dying as well.
Oh yeah.
So
my parents' neighbors are about to get some casting going. Very excited.
I'm sure they care a lot. All right.
Yeah.
We've got Tank versus Team. They actually played last week, so this should be pretty fun. And it was both maps went to 3-2. Oh, sorry, 3-4 in favor of Tank. So Tank won the match with 5-1 in points because one of them was a golden cap. But I mean, that's very close overall. So it should be a banger here in Wandum.
Yeah, I agree. I think these are a lot of names that maybe we haven't seen a lot of them in Prem. There are a couple that are kind of sneaking around that you'll recognize. But it is kind of a little bit of I feel like you look at these two teams and there's a lot of names that they might not feature that much in Prem. They feature a lot in Pugs, right? Like, especially for this Tank side. Like, Race Car, Pug Legend. Doraemon, Portuguese Mike, but only in Pugs. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Oh my god, look at Sento's rollout. This is glorious.
Wow,
So
wait, we're live! Oh my god!
Yeah, Sento's going to be really slow to begin here. Both soldiers are in the air for both teams here. They actually landed on the medic here. Racecar's going to be the first one to go down with seeds as well. The blue bombs are crazy. Everyone's gone down. Eon's the last one alive in Big Door. I don't think he's going to be long for this world, but he's going to jump around trying to see if he can stay alive and cause as much rockets as possible. He's just being chased down here by the enemy team. Don't let him escape. I don't know. I don't think it really mattered if they get him or not, but he actually made it out, Wanda. He's a survivor.
That's crazy. That's a medic skills coming to work there with look at P2GC though. Eon does manage to survive. P2GC has found himself a bit of a corner. I feel like this is a corner that you mostly check, but sometimes you have a lapse in judgment. Now Pizza with a bit of a massive flank here. Both medics going down on that mid means it's not actually the end of the world. The turret ends up going down. The complete wipe is good enough, and they managed to clean up Pizza. So now it's even Ubers. And we're on Gullywash second. And we're in Europe. You know what that means.
Yeah, they're not going to go sniper. They're just going to sit here. And, I mean, I'm hoping that they're going to try to send in some people through Big Door or something, right? That's the classic move. You don't even have to go sniper. You can just send your demo man into Big Door, sticky off the doors, and then you can send a scout or a soldier or both in through the lower area and try to cause havoc. You can get the soldier up top, maybe the scout up top, or through the shutter doors at the right time while pressuring the other doors. You can actually get a lot done and gain a lot of space and eventually get onto the enemy medic, maybe get an Uber Force out. And they are playing Big Door here. And there's actually no one inside watching these doors. And there we go. Doraemon's the first one through.
Yeah, Doraemon now has a lot of space to play with. It's Rutu joining him as well. His flank into lobby, but you really have to sort of counter the rest of the team to continue this pressure coming up, because otherwise you're just kind of setting into behind. You don't really do anything. Now Doraemon is going to bomb up, do a lot of damage to these players on top, but come up to deal with them. But it actually looks like him and Rutu so far doing quite well at really taking down Darty and Eon to quite low HP, but now they're still behind. Pressure for their team. It's really followed them up that much. They're still just stood in Victor and Sento with a really nice pipe there. On to the enemy demo man means that he is just going to hold them up for now, but now the pressure can continue building. These two players, they have to sit up top. They can't go in, and the bomb now comes through.
Yeah, he went in there. Unfortunately, does not really get anything for his trouble. And Rutu has gone down as well. So now it's a two-man down. They're actually going to push on it here. PTDC cannot get out in time. Three-man down. They're just going to have to give up this midpoint for free. No contesting it with Uber or anything. And that is the danger, right? When you send two players behind. If they just get isolated, picked off, and do nothing, then it's a big problem for you. Nice pipe there, takes down June. Try to go aggressive. Not today. But actually, they are going to end up having to pop here. Eon has gone down as well, though. So now it's a 3-player advantage here. But he didn't get Tor to pop his Uber, so he's just out of there. He's gone.
You can see the theory, right, for the side of the team that they have that player advantage. So yes, it's even Ubers, but if you have this player advantage to work with, you can really still try to make something happen. But unfortunately, it is just June falling beginning of the fight, and then Eon not quite making the skip jump either means that Tank suddenly have a lot of space to play with. They recapture mid, but this is still 50 ad here on the side of Torrent. So you can build up this Uber charge full team. You can actually just send this right in. You're waiting for a slight overcommit. Just get your players back in. The ball coming out onto Nutty as well, bleeding a little bit, but that's the Raymond Law already, and I think might be looking to just push this out as a Uber pop straight in from Cento, in onto the enemy medic. It's quite find him, however, and now instead it's just a Raymond going down, but this is an Uber for only one player. This means that now I think the Uber charge advantage just seesawing right back the Tank's favor. Be looking for going in again.
I think they tried to rotate around to try and catch them out, but it just took way too long, and now it's going to be the exact opposite way. Demo jumps in, scouts in here as well. At least it's a 2-player Uber, but again, it's quite difficult to come flying in through that door in the choke. Like, you need to do some sort of sticky wizardry to basically just come flying through perfectly. Didn't manage to hit that on Tomas, so that's going to be another Uber not really successfully used. At least they used it quite early on, so the Uber disadvantage is not going to be that big, and they catch out Seeds. Seeds just trying to hold Big Door by himself. I think he thought he had some help, but he had nothing. And now, once again, we have 2 players behind lines. They've got an Uber advantage on Toys, but how do you use that when half of the players are behind you?
Yeah, this is a really tricky Uber now. You kind of just have to pick a side and go fight it. But the moment it's the Raymond doing such a good job, he's such a nuisance in his lobby. So much damage dealt to Cento here as well. And you can see the positioning. It's so awkward for the side of team, and this Uber advantage that they had is almost gone now. There's a really nice rocket there into the lobby from Seeds, but he is taken down super low, with Cento actually falling down in the meantime as well. You can see June kind of looking around, hoping for some kind of teammates to follow her up. But this fight is so weird. You're out of Demo Man. You found 2 kills on the flank on the other side, and I think they might just be looking to take this through choke anyway. There's no Demo Man up for the side of them. It's going to be a bit hard for them to push. Eon going through lower. This is a full Uber for both sides.
Oh, he bumps his head though, so might be down a rocket here. Yeah, not really going to be able to get onto Rayscop properly there. Not sure how important it was that he bumped his head. It was funny, but I don't know how important it actually was. Doraemon has gone behind as well. I think they've spotted him, but again, I'm kind of curious at just how little they've actually been holding Victor. I feel like as an absolute stable in premise to just have Demo Man sticky the inside of the shutter door, right? Or have a soldier stand down there and just keep an eye on it. But yes, Seeds gonna take a fight along with Dottie against Rudy and Dorman, and both soldiers have gone down, but there's still a scout behind lines. Dottie's gonna jump in on a soldier top. There we go. PWDC finally goes down, but get the crucial force onto Tor.
This is not really scary because they have to back out with Rutu still in behind. He's quite low, so I'm not really sure he's going to be able to... No, he's actually been managing. Somehow rotating out through Big Dot. Nope. June manages to shut Rutu down, and that means that now they get 2 picks to work with. And you can see that that means Tank unwilling to go forwards. Just regroup, wait for the players, and they still have an Uber advantage to work with. But here's the thing, right? I just realized this. On the side of team, they have 4 medic players on their team.
I noticed that as well. I was like... Have you ever thought about theoretically what team would be best? Like a team of all soldiers, all scouts, all medics, you know? Like that question? I think we're about to find the answer today. Can a team of all medics actually do it? That's almost what's happening here. It's great fun to think of, but they actually managed to get in here without using Uber. They could potentially go into last and have a small Uber ad. I don't think they're quite going to make it in time. Unfortunately for them, June is on Spy, but just sitting in spawn, so that's just to check off classes. No big deal. And once again, June's going to be sent into water here to basically live behind lines. Dorman will get taken down by Eon trying to take down the sentry gun, I believe. And Eon, he's going to go on a bit of an adventure. Yeah, he's going to jump in behind. He's spotting the medic. What a flank. Does a lot of damage.
Nice. So much damage dealt there. Doesn't find any further kills, but it's enough to really force Tank back. But this is Eon. Eon also, crucially, medic main, but Eon loves to play jump maps. So Eon definitely has mechanics. That was a really clean jump coming in through top as well. I feel like there's a lot of players where okay, you also look at Seeds, and it's obviously really hard to think of Seeds as anything other than the medic player. But the secret source in Europe for ages was that secretly, probably the best soldier in Europe at Spire was Seeds. At MGE.
Really?
He's a secret MGE demon. As as someone who has lost to Seeds on Spire many times, I can tell you that this guy is crazy. And he never really played Soldier before. I think this is his first time. Like, I remember there was a donation drive for a TF2 Easy fundraiser. Not a TF2 whatever it was. Is TF2 Easy? It must have been the Josh team, where like we got one Soldier Pug out of Seeds, and he dropped like 300 DPM and never played it again. But now he's back playing it full-time Div 1, but look at Rutu though, just in behind. This is B2DC kill onto Seeds as well. A lot of point pressure though, but this sniper out of the Raymond is super low, but look at that. It's just a kill onto Sento. Now no Demoman means that there's no pressure on the points at all for the red team. This Pyro cannot reflect, and Pizza is going to find so many frags. The Uber Force comes out onto an Engineer with no crits. Oh wait, he does have 2 crits.
Yeah, he might have wasted them a little bit here, but kind of, it's unfortunate that it's a sniper on Doraemon here, because you can't really pressure that much. He's basically going for the hero play right now. He's trying to find that medic, not going to be able to find him there. He basically did nothing. He just got bullied at every turn here and going to have to get out. So they're going to hold outside. Ubers are basically even here. Things are going to calm down a bit, and just going to see the sentry gun going up. I love the soldier trying to build it. Good job, Ian. You got this. PWDC gonna try and spam it from water. They're gonna send Natty into water here as well. Actually take down the sentry gun. It's just really nice to take down the sentry gun over and over again, because that means that at any time you can jump in a soldier and you can go for the medic pick, you can go for like the point pressure, that kind of stuff. They're gonna send in the soldiers this time around. Actually gets a demo man. Hey, that's nice. Now you can pressure the point. There's a scout on it. Nobody can get down there. There's just a pyro.
Ooh, it's so close. So look at Torrid. He's 96%. It's so close. And you have to send that soldier forwards, but it's Tomash actually getting the kill onto Eon as well. Now you have to keep up this pressure, but that's a Pyro managing just barely to hold on as June. And that's now Torrid. Big advantage. That's such a messy fight. You can see that like Tank are so willing to sending their flank players with Raymond and Rutu are just clawing every single opportunity they have, right? Just try and go in. Get some kind of flank going in every opportunity, and they're really playing off this pressure. Just not quite able to crack it on that last, and that means that now they're staring down a big disadvantage here going on to second.
Probably one of the least awkward Ubers I've seen so far. Rudu tries to go behind lines. Actually will get taken care of by Sento. They've caught a lot of players with the Uber as well. Demoman's going to go down for sure. There we go. Executed. Executioner style there by June. Actually, we got 2 soldiers up top. Yeah, Dorman's on last. Okay, Seeds will defend that. The Spire skills come into good effect there. We'll hit a nice rocket. Peter DC is still behind line. Has been spotted by Soldier now. Soldier's weak, but at least they know where he is. Oh my god.
Oh.
Seeds is so close to dying there. The medic movement is real. There we go. But yeah, Uber didn't actually get used. They still have the Uber ad. There we go. And
this is really scary here. It's an early kill onto Torrid as well, and that means that on this second point now, there's no real health bars for the red team to work with, but they're just kind of slowly getting cleaned up here by Natinu, finding 3, as it's just a Raymond in on the backline, trying to stop this back camp, getting the kill to Darty, just Sento alive, and this is really scary here for team. It's 5 seconds for Eon to spawn. They're already on last. Demoman's trying to bump forward, he doesn't quite find the pipes, and that's a round on the board for Tank. Messy. But they managed to get the counter Uber off, clean up the first round of the board. 18 minutes though still to play for.
That was just 12 minutes of really awkward Ubers. Every time a team had an Uber ad, there were like players behind, or they were down 2 guys, or something just went wrong. It was just never really structured or perfectly organized, right? There was always a complication for these Ubers as they tried to go in here. Eventually though, it's going to be Tank to take the first round here. We got another mid-fight, and we got 2 soldiers in the air.
Soldiers are in the super early, and it Seeds falling first, but that's a super nice follow-up there from Eon, catching out the enemy medic. Race car now down means that they can play this so much more passively. On the side of team, it's Tori expertly dodging the aggression from Peter DC as well, and now the slow cleanup just commences. They're sending in players from Tank, but unfortunately just a bit disjointed. The Raymond not able to follow up with his team. There's one trap and a dream here for the blue demo man, setting up a round choke, not finding it either, forced back through Big Door. Should just be a red team victory here as the Raymond falls down so late there.
That scout Cherry just did so much work there. It was just a meat grinder. Everyone just kept walking into it one at a time, and it just fed the scout gods. They were so happy about that. Really well played there. Just played around the medic toy. Felt super safe. Root is going to go sniper here up on top, but he's going to get bullied back here. No problem at all. They're going to be able to get into lobby pretty easily here. They actually haven't put time on the point. They're a little slow to that, so they can't pressure the point with the Uberad. But they should still be fine if they go quick enough, because they have an Uberad, but it's not very big.
Have to just send it in immediately with his Pyro. He's gonna have to do everything he can to keep up the gun, and unfortunately, it's not enough. The gun now going down means that there's a lot of pressure you can send onto the point, but it's not happening. There's no point capture at all, and that means that now Racecar, 94%, it's 2-3 frags found already, and I think unfortunately for Team, just stepping a bit too far, unable to collapse further as they get the sentry gun, but nothing else at all. And that is a very, very successful hold there for Tank.
What a lip push there. It just did almost nothing. They didn't even get the Uber out of Racecar to try and save it. The Uber had already failed by the time Racecar got his Uber. They're going to spam the forward spawn a little bit here. Dottie is actually in there on Sniper. He's going to be the last one here. But I think it's just going to be a matter of can Seeds actually get out alive. He's trying to spam them out here, but he might just die for it. Yeah, absolutely. No one else was really in there. Leon trying to get out. Dottie not even want to dare it either. So that was just Seeds against the world, and the world won.
Yeah, unfortunately for Seeds, doesn't end up finding anything good now. This is still big advantage here for Tank. So you can see them moving in. What's Big Door now? Is this Blue Demon Man? No. Going back to choke. Anyway, there's a soldier sitting up top here, and you have to watch out for him. Pretty sure he's going to get spammed out quite fast as there's a soldier in
yeah, he's shooting, so they definitely know about him, right?
Surely.
Like, so he's just spamming, so it's not a surprise. Usually what you see when things go wrong is that they'll just walk in and then the soldier will drop down on the medic and either get the drop or make him force in a really bad position while juggling him, that kind of stuff, right? But if you know the soldier's there, you can just jump a soldier through, then on top of him, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So much easier to deal with. Actually, they're gonna do the same thing as they've done so many times. Dorman will take down Seeds. Rutu's behind line. Dorman will join him as well. See Dottie watching up top, but he's going to be the only one. He's going to be the main bulwark, the canary in the coal mine for any danger coming from up top here. And Dorman, he's getting so much space. And that's just going to be Peter DC while they were looking the other way. He's going to be the one to jump in. Unfortunately, not quite going to be able to get it here. So Rutu and Dorman, they're going to retreat back here. It's actually just the Demo Man. Oh no, Racecar has dropped. He was just trying to run away. I think he was trying to arrow his Demo Man there and just ended up dying as well. Really important. The torch will get
fight. I don't know what happened, to be completely honest. That was so weird. The early pressure is so good onto turret, dropped super low, but it just doesn't quite pop it. And that means that instead this weird fight ensues when people are fighting at like 3 different places at once. As Racecar dropping the Uber as well, crucially. I think that just means that now Team once again control of middle, but honestly, the dust settles. It's basically even Ubers here. Neither team has it at all. There's no sizable advantage for Team to really push into onto second with either.
Yeah, it got real messy. It's kind of surprising how even it is compared, considering the one medic drop, but the other one just popped so late that it kind of worked out just fine. You see Dottie going Sniper here. He's actually going to go into a big door. I was talking about this earlier. Gets a body shot onto the Demo Man here, but just the fact that he locks down this big sideline makes it really easy for someone to walk in behind. Like, you're not even going to know that people walk in behind. That's how it very often works here. As might be Seeds is on that mission. Okay, he spots out some stickies. Just gonna clear that out. But there we go. Peter DC takes the bait. Try to see what's going on. He's gonna find the resub queue instead, and there we go. Dottie is behind. That is a sneaky way in.
I love this from him. I actually don't think that he can see the medic either way if he pops out of... Instead, it's just going to be a trade and through Victor as well now. So this is Eon actually falling at the beginning of the fight. Seeds super low as well. And that is so much damage from this Blue Demon Man coming in, finding the kills onto June as well. Look at them go. So much damage dealt. And it's a complete collapser onto team. They just have their sniper dots. He does not find the hero shot. That means it's a cleanup. Eon spawning after the fight already finishes. And wow, Tank, they just come out on top.
Looked really solid there once the Uber exchange came in. I was kind of surprised. It's pretty rare to see a team just take the Uber exchange like that when you're on the defense, right? But it actually worked out really well because the sniper was trying to like wrap behind that kind of stuff, so people weren't in that good of a position, and then there were enough players in Big Door that they had to flash a whole lot, and then in the following fight, the focus fight was just so great there out of tank. So they're going to be rewarded with a small Uber ad here going into last as well. Not very big. The last time we saw this kind of push, it did not work out at all. They basically took down the sentry gun, stood around a bunch, and then all died before the Uber even had to be popped on them. But let's see if they can actually have better success this time around. Oh, they lose the scout immediately to the sentry gun.
That's really unfortunate for Alov and Co. He is just leading the Uber charge forward. In onto that heavy there. Doesn't find anything, and yeah, as you're saying, Nati falling at the beginning of that Uber means that it is so hard for them to put any further pressure onto the point. They also, much like much like what happened to teams, they didn't manage to get the force out of Torrent at all, and that means that now, big advantage here for teams. They can come in with an Uber advantage, try to make this work. You can see the Raymond already aggressive in lob. PTTC, masterful position here as well. Trying to get a lot of spam onto Torrent, but unfortunately he's still full HP. Really trying to get this Uber out ASAP before team take too much positioning, but it's difficult. And you can see how far back Tank have already been pushed. They're stuck in choke. But race car now, 85%. It's a scouting behind him. Rutu cleaned up. And this is weird, because an enemy demo man, the red demo man is dead, and I think Tank might be looking to push off of that kill.
It's actually even Ubers here, but yeah, I'm very surprised at how aggressive they are. I guess they just want to make sure that they use the fact that there is no demo man, and actually sent Dorman behind it now. He could actually pick off the demo man.
Oh my god.
He just get out. I was looking.
He almost killed Sento, but Sento is just stuck. He has to get a soldier in behind, but that means that Eon once again taken down in the flank. On the meantime, this is the Raymond pulling back the entirety of the red team, and he manages to get out. Oh my god.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Dottie is actually also behind lines. These teams love sending players behind. This is so confusing to look at. Like, Dottie's literally up top, way behind lines. It's so funny. We have another Uber exchange here. Way better Uber so far for race car. He's just going to take the scout Uber in here. And Torrent, can he survive? He's just dodging for his life. He actually can. Wow, look at that. Bit of a miss there out of the scout. Natty Newt unable to find them. Can Dottie be a hero? Where is he? Where is Dottie? What the hell?
Dude, I feel so bad for Ben trying to spectate this game. Oh, he's on enemy second. They are like full 5v6 team fighting, and Dottie's just like AFK on the enemy second. But it's okay, never mind, his team just wiped them. It's fine.
Yeah, you don't even
He
need
didn't
it.
even do anything. He's still stood there.
He could have taken like a cloak and dagger, just sat in the corner and done the exact same thing. That's and it works.
Did he do anything?
No,
No.
he did nothing.
The control point is being contested.
Wow. No, well, okay, now Alov forced to set up stickies in his own lobby. It's a fight somehow went really, really badly left for Tank. Big advantage here, but so far team unsuccessful in converting these Uber advantage pushes in onto last. This, once again, a massive advantage here. Nati Nu has had time to build a gun, but it's an Uber coming in onto Sento now. He's going to immediately spot out that soldier, but this Pyro has to do a lot of work to barely just not be able to keep up that engineer in time. Now, it is the heavy coming out instead. Is a little bit of point pressure, but unfortunately that's Eon going down as Alov holds strong onto the point. He can come out, and Rutu now on this heavy is going to be doing enough work to keep team at bay, and it is another failed last push. However, this time, bit of a consolidation prize. It's race car falling in that push. That might give Torrent, should they build this effectively, another advantage to work with.
This time around, I really want to see them Uber someone into water, because both teams have just had their demo man sit in water, and there's a really well-known fix for this, right? Either you take down sentry gun and then bomb people over the point and get into the demo man's face, or you just send you flash a scout through river and then get him in the face of the demo man as well, right? And you just crush him from both sides. And I really want to see them do that, because so far it hasn't even been close. They haven't even been able to go for the point because it's just stickied up and this demo man is sitting there. Okay, they are going to Uber through water here. I like this. They're actually really adjusting here. We have a scout on the point immediately. There we go. Wow, that's. I think I was right on it. I can't process this.
Wow, you solved it.
They solved it. Yeah, great.
Did you guys know that Beta used to play Prem?
The rare instance of me saying something that looked smart. As yeah, I really like both teams were actually just doing that with the demo man. And like, even if the pushes had been better, it still wouldn't have capped out the point because the demo man was just so unscathed. Anyway, it's gonna be 1-1 here. Good to see the Medit team having a big brain and adjusting here. Both soldiers are now coming screaming in for red side. They want to get race car here in the flank. He's so weak. Is eventually going to get taken down by Eon, but everyone else on the team are dead.
The Raymond is so strong in that counter bomb there. super low, and Racecar does fall, but the entirety of team commit to that. And so that means that everyone's just a horrible position, no health at all. That's a free 3k for the Raymond there. That's one of the hardest things for me to do, is the TH sound into the F. Wow, that's tough.
Imagine being Irish. Have you heard them say tree or
Wow.
three? Yeah,
No.
like they can't. It's
Ooh,
so funny.
Racecar's staying on the crits. He had that up for that last push, and I think it was part of the reason why they were unable to get onto the point. The team just managed to convert so successfully. So he was on that crits trying to make it happen. Unfortunately, no one there in time, and those point completely uncontested. This time around, though, they're going to use it the other way around, and I wonder who is going to be the happy recipient of this. It looks like maybe there's going to be an Owl of crits in through River, and the sticky comes out, does 180 to a Demo Man, and unfortunately the gun takes no damage. They managed to find one kill onto Sentu, and there's a kill onto Seeds as well, who bombs forwards. That's it. Turret lives, survives the onslaught, and this is now massive ad here for team.
Yeah, the reflex, just the sentry gun and the pyro was the perfect counter. Just really hard to actually do something when there's a pyro just spamming you back with your own crits. It's so dangerous. He actually did quite a bit of damage. I want to say he sent like a soldier flying. Sentry gun's still alive? I could swear Dorman killed that. I guess the railing killed, just ate a rocket there. Neon is actually going to be taken down. So we've got some room here, and we've actually got the offensive pyro now. They were like, hey, that's a cool class. Maybe we can crits in. Get the crits sent back, and then we can send the crits back. It's gonna be
play pyro tennis. You know what's actually gonna happen is the shocky pyro through water play. As the crits is gonna come out, that means no one is gonna be looking at either the pyro or the Demo Man. Unfortunately, Uber comes out, and that means there's only one kill. It's Seeds dying to a roller there from Alov, but now in the post Uber, what's gonna happen? Pyro on either side, as Rutu is just kind of chilling in water still, but that unfortunately is a clash you cannot air blast very far. As Darty up on the heavy, it's 3 falling already, and I think that might be it for the push for now. Racecar, now, this is now where the crits start to get really sketchy, right, Peter? You're stuck on this crits, you haven't died, the enemy team knows you're on it, you've tried twice, and it hasn't worked.
Yeah, and when you're just not even on the advantage, it gets so bad so quickly. It can be very difficult. I see Darty's going to overextend there. I think he wanted to get onto the hurt scout Natty Newt there, but he just got picked off himself instead. And all of a sudden, things have gone completely wrong. They overextend, don't deal with the fact that the player's down. Everyone's dead. And once again, it's some real chaos going on here. We got a soldier going into last. Okay, he's been spotted.
This is really scary for your team, right? Racecar has this crits to work with. You can just send this forward. Want to, but instead we're going to wait for our players. Sentry Gun does have a bit of time to be constructed, but this is now, I feel like you blinked and you miss it, right? But that's now you going on a warpath in the lobby there, finding player after player. It starts off with a really disgusting little 2-shot onto Sento. That means no Demo Man. It's Peter following up with a kill onto an enemy scout as well, and now June on the pyro though. It's the big counter for the crits. You have to be able to deal with this. So far, it's Alov looking to take it in through main this time. Prince is going to come out. It's straight onto nothing, as unfortunately 0 damage is dealt. It's only a gun taken down. Peter is going to fall as well. It's a trade kill now. Seeds and Neon both falling. No soldiers. It means that Sento is going to have to pick up the slack. It is an early kill onto the Raymond. It's a scout in on water as well. Pressure from multiple angles here. June still up on the pyro, but this is a red Demo Man down. This pyro now, it's all just on her, as unfortunately his scout is with her as well. It's Rutu falling, and this pyro just...
The respawn wave wander, it's going to clean everything up. It just took way too long for them to actually get going. Don't get the kills in time. Demo Man's in on last here. Yeah, he was just trying to buy time, I think. Not going to be able to successfully do anything. You know what? All things considered, they're going with the crits against the team that absolutely know they have a crits. Wouldn't it be funny if he just comes back on crits? He's like, yeah, I like this.
You know what? I feel like Team is a team that we, more than any other team in TF2 history, could flame if they fail to counter this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, surely, if there's one thing that these guys know, it's how many crits percentages you have. Oh my god, look at the Raymond. He's just in on the turret. Turret has to pop the Uber. There's a really nice line. Just sits in behind. It's now June down. Just has to go forward to him. They actually managed to get the kill onto Peter as well.
Yeah, they got that on their own last. Like, on the point last.
Right.
I don't know what he was doing there, but...
Okay.
That's a place where a fight just happened, even though we're on mid. Yeah, don't ask questions. Nobody understands. Alright, Soldiers and Eon, he's going to get taken down there. Good job there by Natty Newt, just shutting him down. And I love that no one's with race car. Everyone's just spread out.
This is really scary now, right? There's 2 minutes left on the map timer before we go into overtime here. Not overtime. Let's not provoke bad memories from last weekend. It's into Golden Gap territory. The set we play with over here. But look at Dati now. They're mimicking what they saw their enemy do. Dati is just kind of chilling in on enemy second. But unfortunately, while they do this, this is a blue team running in onto their second. And so that means that now PTTC is going to fall on the other side of the map alongside Eon, but Al have cleaned up as well. It means the counter group can come through for Racecar. He's going to have a lot of work to do to keep his teammates up. As this Natty New finding that kill onto Turret now. Just one scout trying to hold on to this point. The bomb comes in so late. It doesn't find the kill onto Racecar, and now this is scary for team. They don't have players up. It's only 2 left. There's a minute left on the clock, and Tank looking to deal the death blow.
This is going to be all about Sento in the water. Can he hold off the entire enemy team? There is some spawners here to actually work out. He gets the first kill. Torrent has gone down as well. No, the pressure is too much. They're not going to be able to pull out a miracle there. And that's going to be 2-1 here for Blue. I keep forgetting which team is team and which team is tank. It's tank that's Blue. Okay.
Yes.
Tank goes up 2-1 here. Yeah. Okay, so team is the one with all the medics. I'm gonna have to remember. Like every time I see C-Star, I'm like, oh, medic died. This is so bad.
Actually, there are like 4 players on that team. Where like you look at the kill feed, my brain is trained to think that the second I see June in the kill feed, second I see Eon, second I see Seeds, second I see Turret.
Yeah.
It's all just they're all cheating. They're not all cheating.
Yeah,
They're all medics.
Norman, he's taking down toward the actual medic right now. So they just need to huddle around. Look at this. There's a heavy and a medic in Big Door. How do you actually ever get onto that? It's almost even with a nice little pipe there onto a scout. June's gonna taunt. All right, you just have a heavy and a medic sitting Big Door. They're not gonna move. This is their home. And we've got a scout behind lines. That's gonna be that. Well done.
What a surprise. What a chaotic, weird game that we just watched.
Yeah, you know, we talked a little bit about how these teams, they met last week. Both of those games ended with a 4-3 score. This is a 2-1, so it seems like these teams are unable to beat each other by more than 1 point. And that was close the entire way. It was like 2 minutes remaining when they got the final cap.
Yeah, like honestly, this game was so weird. Like I feel like sometimes you watch games and even though they're 2-1s, you come out of it and you're like clearly one team was better than the other and they're like controlled for most of it, whatever, right? Like this game was just weird. It felt like neither team was in control at any point.
No, there was like
I
2
mean?
players behind at all times.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel so bad for Ben trying to keep track of that.
We have some logs to put on your screen.
Oh,
Wow. Would you
Anything
believe that in
stick
the
out to you?
chaotic game, the demo man was top damaging, top fragging?
Honestly, that's kind of good, right? When there's that many. I see he has 2 non-violent protest kills. That's the most important stat to me. Yeah, we have some sniper players. They did basically nothing. Dottie got 1 kill. Dottie's an American too, right? Just putting out. I think he is. I feel like I've seen him play in RGL.
No flag on ETF2L. Could be anyone.
Could be
from anywhere.
anything. Yeah. He probably lives on like the A source or something in the middle, right? I think that's just what I'm going with. No problem.
Yeah, no. Yep, I agree. Or like, what's that? Yeah, the Azores. Let's go with the Azores.
Yeah. All right. I'm looking at like the kills, the damage, the charges. It's all very, very, very close.
Yes.
There's 1 less chance on race car because he dropped once. Mid fights go 2-2. Yeah, this was close. Very, very close.
I think for me, the biggest standout is even though Racecar had 4 crits and they were all unsuccessful, they still won. I love that for them.
Yeah. Good decision right there. It absolutely worked out. Hey, we're on Bagel. You can absolutely crits on Bagel as well.
Oh my god. Wait. Okay, here's the thing, right? When we initially started playing Bagel in Europe, I actually really disliked the map. And the reason why I disliked the map was because at the time, Bagel felt like a mid-fight that just lasted until the round ended.
Yeah.
And then, we've since, built understanding and played the map more and stuff like that, then it's turned into a very kind of where, like, at least for me, like, you think of other CoF maps like Product, and those are usually quite fast-paced. Bagel has turned a bit slower, at least in Prem, right? Where you really just, the strategy is you tank your demo man behind the point, and he sits and he spams stickies across, and eventually you do damage, or you like kill someone in-house, and then you can push up at that, right? And it becomes this slower pace. With the way that Gullywash game just was, of what I just witnessed, I think I think Ben's about to have the best observing experience of his life.
Yeah, this is going to be full gas, no breaks. Just players in all the time. There's going to be two soldiers and a scout behind. So what's even the front and what's even the back? Who's going to know? I think it's going to be that type of game. Should be really fun.
Yes.
Like, I didn't even see like a dominant flank or anything either from last game. It's all very even, so it's not like you can just say, oh, like Seeds in June, they're just going to overwhelm in the house and gain an advantage that way. I don't think that's what's going to work. And I don't think you can say the opposite either. But obviously you should keep an eye on it, right? Because one of the ways you mentioned that you gain an advantage on this map is that you pick off someone in-house. And it's a lot of like, you make it look like you're going for one side, and then you actually jump to the other house, and then you overwhelm people there by coming in from multiple sides and picking players off when they're not really expecting to be fighting as many players as they are, right? It's going to be that kind of stuff that usually wins you this. But other than that, it's just going to be, do you have good calls? Surely the medic team has good comms, right? You call out down damage. But on the other hand, they're not used to doing damage, so who knows? We're about to go live here, Wandem.
We are going live. Map 1 was very, very close, very, very chaotic. It ended up being a 2-1 victory for Tank over Team this time around. We are back on to Bagel here. As it is currently 0-0, there we go. As it is Alov murking Demoman for Tank as well, rolling out the middle here. Getting buffed up. Alov? What about the whole nickname thing? Don't tell him. The admin's going to have a word with him after the game, but so far, so good. Spamming stickies across, it's a lot of early damage onto Eon, falling already to the forces of Rutu and Peter, and that means that now Torret forced to back off. Look at the health bars. The second that Eon dies, you really just cannot hold on to the point anymore, and suddenly Tank are pushing across, and they have control of the point already.
Oh, Cento and Seeds go down as well. They tried to break up this here. Dorman actually goes for a play. Didn't really need to do that. He's going to get punished, so you do get something in return here, and do keep in mind that when you don't hold the point, you get much faster respawn here. So Dorman dying is actually a much bigger deal than Seeds and Cento dying here. Eon gonna go down as well. Peter DC, he is behind lines. He's on the demo man, gets another pick there as well. Really good play there from him. This is gonna slow them down so much. But at some point, you're just gonna kind of have to get in there and take the Uber exchange. You see June and Tor, they want to go forward here, but it's so awkward because you have to go in there, take the Uber fight while your player's down, and then after that you have to get out and maybe get the respawners in there. They're not going to be full health, that kind of stuff. So they instead just take it much slower, and there we go. Finally, the Uber does come in.
It's a really, really late pop there from Racecar, however. It's actually Seeds into Raymond trading in on house as well. So far, not even that much of a favorable Uber coming out for Tank. And besides the fact that they managed to keep control of the point. And as another play and Seeds falling down, which means the aggression for Team is a bit more difficult, right? You see them try to get back onto the point, but the health bars, they are just taking that much more spam. It's so hard for them to play. Eon falling once again and bleeding these players one at a time. It makes it so hard for them to properly aggress across. Finally, return kill for Peter is gonna work for now, but look at that. It's June falling as well, and we just have to back off. Minutes and 40 seconds already taken off the board for Tank. They're just kind of completely in control at this point.
Yeah, both soldiers do go down, so there's going to be no forward hold there. You can't really hold forward without having those two classes to spam it out. So they'll be in the fight immediately again here. But yeah, still haven't even touched the point. It's 1 minute remaining to the 3 minutes of Team. So actually, Eon's about to go down again. I really want to say Peter, DC, and Rutu have just been dominating this flank, but just as I say that, they do both get picked off here by Dottie. And finally, we do get the win here. But in the center fight, we do have Tank actually winning the fight there as well. Big bomb in there from Dorman. Not going to be able to get out alive. Nice sticky there from Cento. Is going to take him down. But we are in another Uber exchange situation, and they're still blocking the point here. Just not letting him cap it out.
This is crazy. They're losing players for it as well. Really trying to send this forward to. But this is now an Uber pop out of race card that has not been responded to by Torrent. And because they just capped that point at the very end, that means the spawners aren't quite going to be with them for this fight. It's going to come across. This is soloing onto June. There's a lot of damage dealt. Natinu is the first player to fall. But that's a really nice bomb there coming in from Peter DC. And that means that the rest of the red team unfortunately have to sit back. Peter now aggressing across, and the health bars are deleted. Peter DC with a massive flank, meaning that unfortunately for team, they are all just going to fall down onto June and onto Eon to try and make a salvage play in onto Racecar, but they just can't find anything. Unfortunately for June, it's a pipe straight into her face. Eon really desperately wants to bomb in, can't find it. Seeds with the counterplay as well. No, this gets destroyed for the pipe from Alov as well. And this is completely broken apart here for team. The round is over, and that is tank domination in round number 1.
Yeah, it wasn't a complete shutout, but it really felt that way. It really felt like it was just kind of like an oopsie-doopsie. We just let the point get capped there for a little moment there by accident, and then they immediately capped it out again. That was just pure domination, not even close. Tank just dominated that from start to finish. Hopefully, a Precious Medic team here can actually come up with some adjustments here, because I really feel like Peter, DC, and Butra have just been winning on the flank in one of those houses, just over and over again. So hopefully they can try and either bypass that or maybe send in some more players there to help Eon out.
Back on the middle, this time around, it's early kill to June. Traded across for kill into Nati. That means both teams out of their pocket scouts, at least for now. But Peter with a massive bomb there in onto Sento. And the red health bars, yes, they're there, but they are so low. Also sit back and regroup for now, but it's mostly control up to the point for the side of Tank. Neither team has the cap point yet. This is Seeds now, bombing across, doing a lot of damage. Peter DC falling as well, but look at Torrent's HP. It's so low, and he doesn't quite have Uber, instead forced to back off, and that means Tank have a way back in this. Now even Uber's soldier down, Peter DC, and neither team really giving that much, but it seems like still the story of this map so far is Tank much superior in this spamming.
Indeed, but neither team have been able to actually cap it out just yet. Okay, just as I say that, Judy does manage to just barely edge out the point here.
Oh
no!
Though.
Oh,
Torrent drops with the pipe from across there from Alov, just getting it for free, and that means it's now complete salvage mode!
Sento does the same thing, just flies in. I want to say he headshotted him with a pipe and he just cratered from like 0.1 millimeters across the ground. Very unfortunate there for Racecar. Big play from Sento saving that, because yes, Torrent died there to a pipe, but everyone else on his team it just got completely mulched.
Yeah, that was such a disastrous play for team, right? Losing your medic before you can even initiate the play is awful, and you just have to convert it into a desperate Hail Mary medic sack, and Sento just barely in the end finding that drop onto Racecar, but that evens things up. But now it's just Natinu in with a flank, Tart down once again, the cleanup comes through, it's Ruto and Pete to DC once again, just finding these frags. Seeds is 2 HP, and Racecar completely fine, 50%, don't need it at all. Point remains captured here.
Just tanks it with his chest, just bops into him. Let the soldier take all the self-damage in the world, no problem. We got a demo man, some pretty far forward stickies here, and then the soldiers actually on the low ground watching the big door. This is kind of the opposite photo of what we normally see. That's kind of interesting to me. And we got the demo man on the right side and the soldiers on the left. It's usually the opposite around. Soldiers trying to jump in. Eon does manage to get in. He is in the skybox. We'll eventually get the Uber Force out here. But Natty Nude is just in deep, gets a lot of kills here. They're not going to be able to get Torrent though. And I think eventually just has to get out of there. Okay, Natty Nude just wants to stay and fight. Probably a bit foolhardy there. Should have gotten out with his medic. He was definitely able to do so. But hey, a man, you know, he's bloodlusted. He wants to see it.
This is a huge advantage here for Torrent, actually. The very aggressive PTDC falling down to 11, barely escaping there. As now, this is team looking to use their Uber advantage. They have to be able to clean some time off the point. Just backing off in now is June. Willing to overextend, but you can't afford Tank too much time to really regroup. That makes your Uber so much harder. You have this advantage, you need to use it. But it's Seeds going in, everyone falling before this Uber can even come out of Torrent. You've bled 3, and this is a horrible push out from team.
And they lose the demo man as well. It's just going to be whether or not Torrent can actually get out with his Uber. Looks like it's going to be yes. Dorman is, okay, not on the flank. They're not going to jump in. Still could go for something. Oh, okay, Scout just spots him first. Dorman will not be able to get anything done here. The hero play will not be today. And it's just going to be Tank holding way far back right now. Just trying to stall it out while they wait for them. But Ruto going down, that's going to just throw a wench into that plan. And once again, Peter DC is in behind, but he's not really going for any kind of big pick here. Eventually he will just get picked off. The Uber has now come in, but what's this demo scout Uber going to do here with nothing else on the side of them? Nothing.
Yeah, this is a really hard push to stay in here for Tank. You're down, only need 30 seconds left for this round here. Now it's Team trying to desperately glean any time they can get. They've done a decent job spamming teams back, but you have to be so careful on Bagel. You see that singular sticky from Alov doing damage to about 4 players. It makes it so much harder for you to really hold on. Alov is just right back in position. Does so much work here. It's Peter to see though, falling early, but the pipes are coming out from the enemy demo man, and it's making it a lot harder to hold on to this point. Now it's Seed, it's Eon going in, falling down as well. The Raymond has a bit of a flank here as well. Can come forward, but it's 2 scouts in his face. Get shut down for now. Is Rutu not surviving as June is on an AK. She's going to have to keep it rolling though to keep her team in this round, because once again the cap has shifted over to the blue team. Only 15 seconds left on this point now.
Oh, Peter DC on the medic though gets the force on Tord and he gets locked. Will he be saved? No. Kratos right on top of the med kit. So close to being a huge play there. No, still a good play, but he could have survived that. But now we're just going to see a scout chariot run forward here. Both Rutu and Nadinu, they're just foaming at the mouth. They want to go so badly here. And actually, the demo man immediately. They might just have to pop in here and try and do damage. And here it comes. There's so many players forward. Everyone's going to be wanted off the point. Point gets capped out 2-0 in favor of Tank. Not as clean as last time around, that's for sure. But still, pretty convincing round overall.
I think it's just round number 1. Yes, it's Rutu and PGDC really doing a number to team on the flank, but it's also just, I feel like Alov is completely uncontested on this point. He's getting away with so much and really just putting a ton of pressure. The soldier bombs from Eon and Seeds are nice, but they're not able to spring on enough damage, right? They're sort of there as a way to alleviate pressure, but they're not really able to capitalize and find anything off of them. Instead of just feeding frags forwards, it's giving Tank so much more room to work with. Look at how far forwards Alov gets to play this mid.
Just standing there like a boss. Okay, Scout's gonna run in there, take down the demo man though. Racecar's gone down as well. I think we're about to see some real aggression coming in there. Both soldiers though getting completely shot down in the same doorway. Torrid is safe. Everyone else now way out of position to be able to do something. Are we going to see a demo man jump in and be a hero? Take your bets now, folks.
Rutu is in, and he is immediately killed Sentu as Alov just sits back. Rutu is like destroying them in lobby, by the way. Just gets that kill of the Seeds anyway, and this is now really scary for teams to try and hold on to this. They don't have a demo to counteract the pressure that Alov can now extract onto the point. It is Turret with a 50% advantage, but if you don't have the players to really work with, it gets so much harder, right? Alov can just sit behind this point, and now with Eon falling, you have the supercharge. You want to use it for the side of team, but you are just bleeding players before you can ever make a push. And look at PTDC, he's in behind again. The pressure's coming out, and June cannot win the 1v1.
Not this time around. Dorman, though, gets the nice rocket onto Tor, just walks around the corner, gets the perfect jump on him, and that's going to be that for that Uber advantage. It is gone. Tor's huge disadvantage now. Racecar, 95%. Soldier's going to be in his face, though, and People Force will come out. Both soldiers have to die to get it, though. Overall, though, I think that was absolutely worth it. Might see some forward sticky traps going on here. Actually, they're really happy to fight in this lobby. More than I thought. June on the trampoline, just jumping around. Okay, actually gonna survive that. That didn't look very intentional.
I love this. Dude, the trampoline, like my favorite. We need more trampolines in TF2.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. It's so funny.
Yes.
Like, whenever you get like an air shot in there, it feels so stupid.
We had them in Quake. I don't know why we forgot about them. They're so good.
Yeah. Okay, Soldier is in there. Dorman somehow survives, gets aired as well. Seats on 8 HP. So this is going to be like a fight where both soldiers just end up limping away and being saved by the medics. But another flank breeds us again. Dorman comes in, just picks off Torrid, and then just basically going to slink out of there. Okay, Dorman, he's still alive, just causing so much havoc, doing so much damage, so much energy that's been spent just killing him. Seeds doesn't even have the help to jump in and be a hero. But he might just have to. It's just so late now. Look at this.
Yeah. It's so hard for them as well, because just look at the health bars. Darty Seeds are like a constant 100, and yeah, you have the player advantage. You can't push. Everyone's just too low, so the second you try to go onto the point, it's just, you know that Alov's going to have a field day with you. And that means that the Uber's just going to come out straight away, and his suplex
Tord is in way too.
There's a Soldier Torah falling as well. Oh my god. Peter, this is a massacre.
Yeah, oh my god. Scout just gets denied so hard. Like, that was just a soul read on the demo man, just finds the pipe to the dome of Jude. And it's another wipe. Actually, look how far forward this is. Demo man is actually that far forward in forward lobby. I've never seen that. Surely they're going to go out through the house at some point. But again, Demo man's holding right side, Soldier's holding left. A bit unusual from what at least from what we saw at the two most recent lands. Peter DC is in again though. Can he get the medic picked? No. Probably did a million damage plus, but nobody died.
This is Torah now choosing a different path in life. Has swapped over to the Crit Creek, hoping for some kind of salvation from a different medigun. At this point of your team, right, you're just kind of looking for any kind of way to turn the tides, as the momentum has not been with you for so long. It's only 10 seconds left for the game point, to be honest, as the Uber just comes out onto Alov, and it's a lot of damage dealt already. Torah does not get a crits off. Everyone else falling. It's a sign out from Alov, and maybe it's a sign the team, maybe you shouldn't put 4 medic on your team, as Nazi Newt now has a lot of cleanup time coming out. There's a collective health of 5 on the red team, but somehow, some way, they managed to stay up for now, but it's a Raymond with 1. It's Nazi Newt with another kill as well onto Eon, and this is just Raymond stalling out, letting his team come in and letting Torah come into him. That's it. I think this should just be over now. Sento doesn't have the HP, bombs in, round's over, game's over, map 2 is a wash, and Tank take it all. Move on to the Div 1 Grand Finals.
Yeah, and they're going to be playing against a team that I cannot pronounce because it is like Mongolian Russian or whatever. Do you read Cyrillic?
No.
All right. It's
I wish
a
them
team
the
with
best.
Utka, Mr. Epic, and Mr. Sex on it. So
No way. That's a power.
Mr. Sex. That guy's so cool. But yeah, that's what they're up against in the grand finals here. Congratulations to
That's
Tank.
Mr. Sex?
Mr. Sex.
Mr.
I'm
Sex.
going to assume that's his real name. Like his real last name.
Yeah. Do you ever think about how if you had Mr. Epic and Mon on the same team, you'd have the best scout combo of all time?
They could both off classes.
They could both be the best sniper in Europe.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Mon and Mr. Epic in the same room at the same time?
No. Wait. Mr. Epic didn't even play this match, Peter. Let's talk about the players that played this match for a second. Team played a very close map 1. On map 2, I'm not gonna lie, what happened? The logs are on the screen. I think the logs kind of speak for themselves a little bit. Look at the masterclass for Portuguese MGE Mike, the Raymond. Coming in, like, and just destroying. Pizza DC as well. Not quite up there in the damage, but him and Rutu on the flanks there, like, team just didn't have an answer for it the entire time.
Yeah, it was just so consistently that they were winning fights and getting picks. And Eon was just a victim over and over again. He went 3 for 17. Just absolutely bullied all game long. and Seeds didn't have a good time either. But at least Seeds survived it long enough to do some damage, whereas it just felt like Eon was just getting like jump from the side and then 2 from the front, and it was over for him. He was just dead in the respawn queue immediately, very, very often.
Alov just kind of, I have to shut him out again. Like, he just kind of ran this game. He just sat behind the point completely uncontested. He did so much damage to them. It felt like every time you looked at Team Tart, just had double the amount of work to do. But, it's not even reflected in the medic healing as well, by the way. As Race Cup pulling out way more numbers than him also, but I think it just is in general, right? Like, they're just constantly lower HP than their opponent, and it's so hard to push across on Bagel if you're already 100 HP, and it's, you know, like, you just can't survive a pressure from a demo man playing that aggressively then. So hard.
Like, overall, I just feel like Dorman and PTZ, they were just playing super aggressive, and more times than not, they were getting away with it. There were a couple of times where I was just like, that was too aggressive, maybe we shouldn't have gone behind. It actually wasn't too much jumping behind lines and being annoying this time around. It was mostly just being a pest on the flanks and trying to come in at the right time to get the medic force and the medic pick, that kind of stuff, doing a ton of damage. And you can really see that, yeah, they did a ton of damage, like 450 DPM. That's good, even if it is on Bagel. So everything's kind of inflated. But the aggression definitely worked out for them.
Yep. Big shoutouts to Tank. Best wishes, commiserations to team. Obviously, did not make it all the way to the Div 1 Grand Finals, but that's what happened. You put 4 medic mains on one team and then let
we need
Torrent
more
go
medic
on
mains
back.
on the team.
4 medic mains on a team, and then
I
you
think
pick Torrent
that's
to be
the
your medic
problem.
player as well. Think about that.
Right? Some people would say that 1 medic main is the optimal number of medic mains on the team. I would argue it's 5. It's the opposite.
Yeah, maybe.
Prove me wrong.
We need more medic mains.
I think that's the truth, and I'll stand by it.
You're a medic main.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, if you break it down by the classes you played in Prem, that makes you a medic main.
True. Yeah.
Yep.
That's very true.
Yep. Some call you younger F2.
I'll take that.
That in mind, guys. I think it's time for
the younger, more talented F2. I think that's what they're all saying.
F2.
Yeah.
Would have owned Banny at I-46.
Too kind to do that to him. Anyway, before everything goes to my head too much, thank you guys so much for being here. Good times casting. Commiserations to Ben for trying to follow what was going on in that Gully game. Hopefully the Bagel game was better. What was it better, Ben? It was better. Okay. All right. Wanda, do you have anything you need the people to know before we go out?
Stay tuned to social media channels. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Yeah. Oh, and to all the teams in ETF2L, can you upload your demos, please? Ooh. I can't make videos without demos. I'm just saying. We haven't had anything uploaded since like week 4 of the last season. So, yeah. Can't do anything without those. But with that out of the way, thank you guys for watching. I think we're just going to get out of here, Wanda.
Yep. Good night.